This video is recorded at midnight, and the last video is recorded late at night, probably as well. So welcome back to Comic Studio, as we just tried to type to search for Supreme Stickman, but probably it was unexisting anymore, like those things as well. And probably it wasn't probably to be exist under searches, but I'm not going to be trying for something like it else to find more about for the Supreme Julius Stickman, and it will still exist today, including for some the work in progress Stickman Comic Studio. Nothing especially for this thing as well, as we're continuing searching like anything as before. We have this already checked out for Johnny and Vinny Comic Studio. Even for that was pretty around here to do so. Including Random Stickman Comic Studio was surprisingly and ultimately so underrated as well, as we're going to be checking out for the most underrated comic studios. Like for Stickman Comic Studio is going to be for this thing as well, and it has no description like here as well. Let's check it out to go here, and it must be containing for some ad pop-ups for a lot of time as well. Is it gonna be popped out as well? That must be it is. And did I just going to get scammed as well? But I'm not gonna be thinking it is. Which is absolutely going to be showing up some spoilers. And the Stickman is owned by Svarden. The Stickman made by Svarden in Scratch. Probably these are the colors of the Stickmans. That could be red, yellow, orange, cyan, blue, green, pink, no purple yet for other kinds of like this thing as well, brown and gray, white, and black. The other colors could be for around here, and could be for exactly like all the colors of the rainbow itself. This is real red, all over to do this, light red, strawberry, the real red, dark green, purple, and another cyan over here. Another one is cyan as well. Light blue isn't gonna be for right thing. One cyan and another cyan could be for around here. There's the upper marine one as well. And the fan-made colors is the mint sprite. This is mint over here. And probably all of the colors could be for itself. Was red blood over here, and especially it was probably some kind of dye here going on out here. There's the yellow color who is eating for some sort of like this. The orange couldn't be for actually for some sort of this thing as well. And this is cyan, whenever it is, or some kind of light blue. It was an angry cringe person like this. And the blue one could be for something as well. Exploded as hell. And for something that isn't gonna be for probably I never guess. The green one isn't going to be for such as in a fire, of course. And the pink could be for something as well. I'm not very sure that sometimes it wasn't gonna be added a little bit further as well. And what about the green? Should we just try to find out itself further? But I'm not very sure. This isn't going to be for as well. The white color was sometimes invisible. The main color could be black as well. Even for something as well. And what about brown and gray? So even though it was really possible as well, starting at gray color. And the brown color could be for sometimes exploded as well. So I'll be using a brown color as well. Even for like it was. Sometimes it was similar to animation versus animator. Or some kind of animator versus animation as well. So the red color was my favorite back in the day. Even for what it was. That it shouldn't even be for my favorite anymore due to some kind of polluted things as well, to independent as well. This is purple and cyan. could be for the little one. I think this hands has got an explosion as well. And finally, this is mint. Overall, there must be some kind of for probably as well. There are no dress, and probably there must be one effect available for around here, and it could be for something as well. I might gonna be turning on the night mode on as well, as we might able to be seeing this as well. This is probably for the light mode, as we really possibly as well. So this is the white color. It was probably like pretending to be extremely cool as hell. So if you can turn on the dark mode, as you can see, for some sort of like this as well, for the white color as well. And this should be the backgrounds as well, I guess. There's only one background left because it's only white, as I'm probably not very sure. This isn't going to be for some sort of the effects as well, including the fan-made colors as well. Especially in like anything as well, as we're going to be try to check it out for some comics. Like, I added 3 characters instead of Cozy Cafe characters as well to turn in for some kind of stickmans as well. Unfortunately, there is no user comics because we decided to use for the studio crossovers, but probably we added more stickmans as such colors. Pretty even possible as well that completely added comparing, it's not going to be comparing for some sort of Cozy Cafe characters, but this is not going to be for a little bit right as well, for such as for some kind of one thing as well. And so, as you can see, we got for an ugly green, probably red. And it's not comparing for some kind of, so even a monster with eyes for something from Roblox doors. Even for something isn't gonna be like this, of course. That must be for simple, like for some kind of stickman that kids just wrote about for some kind of an unknown thing is really crazy as well. Even added for some kind of characters, which is eventually started to get a little bit uglier for as well. Not even for some kind of this one as well, that does not have any pans or something as well. Well, even though I thought that there wasn't going to be for some kind of a little bit excellence as well. But as you can see here, to turn off for some kind of a little bit as well. Unfortunately, that wasn't going to be appearing for some kind of whatever to do so. And that will be the most underrated comic studio from Stickmans as well. Even for to do this, we checked out from their drafts and turning off then for some sort of a dark mode on. But I'm pretty sure that I just aren't going to be turning on the dark mode. And even as possible, you can do for absolutely doing for the flip book as well. And even for something as well, like the colors as well. So starting in for some kind of same color as the hell, or same color as the hair, or not this, even it's absolutely matching the colors could be for one of their selves. It's not a match colors, but probably I'm not very sure. That should be pretty it as well. So I better using it to replace with mint as well. And I guess this won't be necessary as well. Change a little bit lightly as colors, pretty possible like here. So that will be the end of this video, that I just chose the wrong color as green. Even it's absolutely colored to pink, really not gonna be probably as possible as well. Some sort of that I just replaced something as well, except this for some kind of like this as well. And I'm not very sure that his drawings was probably some sort of like this is anyways, that something is made by an Indonesian person, and it's not true anyways. And I'm probably sure that will be the end of this video for this thing as well. and I casually, but I'm not sure. This isn't going to be for such as a little bit of perfect thing as well. So I guess we might going to wrap up for this thing as well, as we're stated at the end of this video. Like, this is probably going to be for one of those things is gotta be like the colors itself, and that was all the colors. And probably for the ugliness, things aren't really possible as well, and especially some kind of face from Kumon, or possibly that we just already know back in 2016, and thankfully that will be it as well. So if you'd like to check it out of this most underrated comic studio or the comic creator, just check it out for link in the description below, and the main website is going to be also in description and around as well. And probably that will be thanks for watching, and like here for anything about for this as well. And I'll be signing off, and I'll talk to you mini lads all later, and comic studio users as well. And thanks so much for probably, and I'm gonna be seeing the next video, or just in about 2 days, of course.